See it?
All right, guys, we got Garrett MJB. We got questions, I'm sure. Raise hands, and Patrick, let's get this.
James, obviously not the sharpest of performances for you guys, particularly on defense. How would you kind of size up what exactly happened on that front, and just what did you feel like it took for you to shake out of it for at least long enough to survive?
I think they just came out really aggressive. They came out ready to play, and I think it just took us a while to get our legs under us and start playing. And that's something Coach talked about, and something that we gotta really address. Starting games off better, and we just was able to get some stops down the stretch. Just enough to win.
You chalk some of that up to rust for playing for 9 days and irregular schedule, or is it more just on you guys to figure things out?
Nah, that's on us. The schedule is the schedule. We know the schedule before we play the games, so it's on us to be ready and be prepared to play. Every game. So that's on us.
Garrett, you had a career high today. What was working for you?
Yeah, I think we just shared the ball. They were attacking the ball a lot, so it left a lot of guys open. And my teammates trust me to make shots, and they were open. So it was just happened to get a lot of shots tonight.
JB, you kind of woke up in the second half there. What changed for you mentality-wise, first half, second half, that allowed you to really sort of take over offensively?
I think it's like what I was talking about earlier, just being ready to play. That's on me as a leader, not having my team ready to play and then also not being ready to play on my own. So I think that was just on me, just not being ready and then, just trying to pick it up in the second half to get the win.
Garrett, the stretch obviously in and out of foul trouble today. How much did you think that affected you guys defensively, especially given how much they wanted to go in, and how much did that kind of go hand in hand, their aggressiveness kind of contributing to his foul?
Yeah, we rely on stretch a lot on defense, probably too much. We got to be better guarding the ball. So that's something Coach has been emphasizing a lot. And, when stretch isn't in there, he's in foul trouble, we got to be able to keep our man in front of us and keep him out of the paint. So that's on us.
I'm just kind of wondering about, I know you still have one more non-conference game against Maryland East for sure, but reflections on kind of how non-conference has gone and what you've seen from the team, how it's going to translate into conference play.
I think, we want to be getting better every game. Obviously, we have a lot of, new or inexperienced guys, so, we want to be constantly improving going to A-10 play. I think we took a little bit of step back today, so we just got to bounce back our last non-conference game and go into A-10 play feeling good.
Yeah, I think we've seen a lot of good things from the non-conference. We've seen what we got. We have a lot of talent, and like Garrett said, we just got to continue to get better. We know the competition is going to be ramping up as A-10 players come in, so we just got to get this break, come back ready to go and ready to get better.
Any other questions for Sue?
James, you moved in the top 5 of all time in scoring. Congratulations. Any thoughts on that?
I'm just blessed. I think that's just owed to the work ethic, and then the team I got around me. And yeah, man, I'm just blessed to be on that list, and just want to keep it going.
Dave, Garrett, you mentioned how you guys think you sort of rely on stretch too much at times. How do you think you guys can sort of work together, whether he is in foul trouble or whether when he's off the court, to sort of keep that defense together?
Yeah, that's just us. It comes down to just basic, basketball principles. Is keep your man in front of you. We emphasize no middle, so we just gotta be locked on the scout. What the coaches are telling us, and play tougher on defense.
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy your holiday.
Thank you.
Have a good break, guys.
Thanks, Red.
All right, we'll do opening statement from Coach and then questions.
Yeah. A lot of respect for Alcorn State. I think 15-3 in their league last year, 14-4 the year before. Really dominated their league over 2 years. Their record is what it is because they've got to go on the road and make a lot of money for the athletic department and play, bye game after bye game after bye game. So I was very impressed with them, their coaching, them on film. And so, it's good to come out of here with a win. Makes Christmas somewhat enjoyable. Not really pleased with the way we played, but, again, I'm never going to be upset about winning either.
The level of defense today probably was not to the level.
So it was our worst defensive game. I thought we're top 20 in the country in effective field goal defense. Doing it with a young group of guys, certainly with the guy Stretch who cleans up a lot of stuff, but just was our worst defensive game. I don't really know why until I watched, but I thought they manhandled us. Yeah.
And some of that Stretch getting into foul trouble, some of that's probably their aggressiveness leading to his foul trouble.
Yeah,
how do you kind of balance that?
They only made 4 threes. I think the 2 late in the first half, so really putting the ball at the basket. We have to understand that while we have a guy who can block shots, we can't just send everybody there. We have to try to keep him out of the paint some. Got to know the scouting report a little bit better. We've got to be able to be 2 places at once and be omnipresent a little bit more. We got stuck in sand a little bit, I thought, today. And again, that's just part of the process of trying to bring it every day. So it was our worst defensive game. There's no question about it.
I'm kind of curious about what you made of the team's kind of energy today. It seemed like you guys came out a little flat. I know it's some weird circumstance. You talked about.
Yeah, we tried. We talked about it. We talked about it to them. We tried to. I figured out today that as an assistant and a head coach, this is now the 692nd game I've been a part of. So, you tend to understand that this can be fleeting, right? This is not just we're playing, so we should have fun being here playing. We should appreciate that, and we should then give the game everything that it requires. Whether it's the day before Christmas or the day after Christmas or on Christmas like last year, whatever it is, I enjoy the holidays like the next guy, but I don't start celebrating them days before. And so, I don't know. I mean, I think it's been a little bit of a pattern with us in terms of we haven't gotten off to great starts. So it's probably on me. But we were uncharacteristically, I thought, flat defensively. We just didn't have it today. And credit Alcorn for being aggressive.
Kind of similar question that was asked to the players earlier. Non-conference play is about to wrap up. I know you have one more against Maryland Eastern Shore. Conference play is starting soon. What have been some of your biggest takeaways from the slate so far, and how do you feel going into conference play?
Well, I think we've had to learn a lot because we have so many guys with inexperience. I mean, I haven't been a head coach very long, but I've been coaching 692 games. We got guys that are on game 12, a lot of them, right? So there's things that, you tell them, it's like, don't touch the stove, but they're going to touch the stove to see if you're right, and then they get burnt, and then you learn. And so you hope that in any non-conference that there's some level of success, which there has been, some level of adversity, which there has been, and some level of touching the stove and getting burnt, and hopefully some reflection then on okay, I shouldn't do that again, or, oh, that might actually happen, And so I think there are some things that repeat themselves that we've got to continue to clean up. But I definitely think we've had probably all the emotions that go with a non-conference, to this point.
Matt, build your roster, or build your schedule with that in mind, knowing what the roster looks like. When I have younger guys, I build it a certain way.
I think we're doing it a little bit different way than most, I would say, in this climate. And I don't know what the answer is now, because apparently there's federal judges that seem to think that this is something that they should be involved in, and it's important to them. Most of them wouldn't know the difference between basketball or football if they were watching, but apparently they're going to, make judgments on an association. I don't know. But with that being said, yeah, you do try to build it a certain way. This is how it can be done at GW with the type of person, the type of student, right? And then you look up and yeah, we got a pretty talented group, but we are a bit inexperienced, and that's okay if you can feel like you can keep the group together over time. And I mean, I don't know that there's a lot of teams with our record that are playing as many young guys as we are. Maybe in the country. I mean, Kentucky obviously always comes to mind with that, but I don't think there's like tons of teams with our inexperience that are having some level of success in the non-conference. That doesn't mean that we'll continue going forward. But certainly, you know, I think I'm encouraged that we have some young talent on the roster.
Any update on Benny? I know he didn't play in the second half of some World Cup with the trainer.
Yeah, I was just told right now that he wasn't feeling well. He just wasn't feeling well. So I didn't know exactly. I didn't really see what was going on, but I just was told that a minute ago.
In a game like this, can you talk about how important it is to have a guy like James Bishop really step up in the second half and sort of, I mean, I know Garrett had a career high in scoring, but JB, it seemed like he really did sort of carry the load and kept you guys in at times.
Yeah, I thought, you know, I have to make sure I don't forget that, right? And so we're trying to share the ball. We're trying to play, you know, more free-flowing, equal opportunity. We've made a huge emphasis on sharing the ball, you know, as a group. And then we had 16 assists. And sometimes we turn it over a few too many times because we're trying to overshare the ball at times. And I'm okay with that now. We like to mitigate that a little bit. But, you know, I think as I've talked about the virtual assist number, like I don't know what it is tonight, but my guess is it's pretty high again. And yet I also can't forget that, like, hey, we have a guy who I need to put the ball in his hands because he'll make a good decision most of the time. So I was thinking that going into the second half, like I'm not going to forget this now in the second half.
Any other questions? Liam.
A bit more lighthearted question. What are you doing for Christmas? Any exciting gifts you got?
Driving to New York, yeah. I don't like really getting gifts. You know, I don't really like stuff. If I want stuff, I just like go get it. But I'm not a stuff guy. Not like into gadgets or anything like that, you know. But we're gonna go to New York, and you know, we'll do all the New York Christmas stuff. Like, oh yeah, big Seven Fish guy. I shouldn't say it. I don't like stuff, but I do like food. So I will. Yes, we'll do Seven Fishes on the 24th.
Anything else? Favorite reindeer?
How many of the reindeer can you be?
Man, Dancer, Prancer, Rudolph. I don't know who else. What am I missing? 3? Blitzen, Vixen, Comet Cupid, Dasher. Incredible. All right.
On that note, good job, Terry.
See you guys.